of the Constitution, look, we need to put a stop on this. So they said, you cannot cross to another party that gave you the platform until this and these conditions, 2 conditions are satisfied. So they have curtailed that, because if they do not, the Constitution recognizes the fundamental right of association. So if you do not allow people to move by no fault of theirs, if there is a shake-up in the party and you do not allow them to move, you are doing a huge disservice to them.
All right, you still not answered my question on the agenda of some of your colleagues and yourself from moving from the PDP. It all started with the new PDP, the walkout, and at the end of the day, we saw the grievances that are expressed by some of these members ranges from personal issues to their wanting to gain prominence in the party, which they are not getting at the attention they could not get. These are some of the agenda, isn't it?
Far from it. There is nothing personal from the demands. We had about 7-8 demands. The rule of impunity. The chairman has made the PDP. And this is not we that opted out of the PDP. Even as late as last week or 2, the current PDP governors have now seen it, and they now complaining that, look, this rule of impunity that has become the rule of the thumb in PDP is becoming unbecoming.
When you say impunity, what do you mean by that?
When a single person will sit down, he will dismiss one person. If he calls a governor and that governor doesn't pick his phone, he suspends him. Even in the football.
I mean, one of the things I remember vividly that Alhaji Bamanga Tukur said when he took office was he's going to sanitize the party. So you are not happy that he's sanitizing the party?
You sanitize, for God's sake. We all came together on the basis of one thing, and that thing was the PDP constitution. Because if we didn't, then it would be like a fiefdom. It would be like a rule of a majestic king. So the reason we came together was on the basis of one document, PDP constitution. Because if that constitution was not there, nobody will come together. So we came together on the basis of that constitution. If you say you want to instill discipline, please go ahead, do that, but do that according to the constitution. No qualms.
You just mentioned about 1 or 2 now. You said impunity, leadership of the party. What are the other reasons why you people left the PDP?
Oh, you see, a host of many other things. He would suspend a governor. He would control the party. He would hijack the party. He would look at what they did. He would, during even the convention, we had rules. We had agreed at the NEC. The NEC had directed that we use a certain list. And then the directive came from PDP Almighty and said that we're not using this list as agreed. We are using another list that somebody in his air-conditioned office has drawn up. So you will find a whole list of honorable members of the House of Representatives, a governor of a state being locked out. It's not in the Constitution. These are automatic members. But because we're saying somebody is not performing his duty, he's not directing the affairs of the party according to the Constitution, and we screamed all our voice, we screamed hoarse, and nobody listened. What
so ultimately, major grievance of some of the members is the lead, Alhaji Bamanga Tukur. You people wanted him out.
Well, whether it is Alhaji Bamanga Tukur, whether it is somebody who is directing him, we know the party is not being governed according to the rules.
Does it not look like you're unable to subject yourself to the ethics or to the demands of the leadership of the party, and you people want out?
And what is the demand? That the people that have been set aside to attend a convention should not be attended. For God, I have never heard it in the history of Nigeria that a governor will be kept out just because he does not belong to the right faction that you want. Hey, we all know it. We all know who I'm talking about. Himself, the honorable members. What is personal about this? Nothing. That shows, and when you complain, and the leader of the party and the NEC and all the authorities condone this action. What the next action is?
You said
just to
these
opt out.
issues, about 7 of them. What are the other issues?
Well, I cannot bring them up on my head, but basically, they all go down to impunity.
Again, one of the major issues when the issue of the new PDP came up was the fact of the 2015 agenda. You are also from the North Central, which of course we understand that some members of the PDP doesn't want Jonathan to run for 2015. This is one of the ultimate plan.
You see, some people said part of the demand was that Jonathan should not run. I cannot remember that being, and I can say it is not. If it were, I would not be part of it. I support President Jonathan running for the election in 2015. That is his cardinal right. It is his fundamental right. But please do it according to the laid rules and regulations. That is all I'm asking for. That is all we're asking for.
Okay, let me allow viewers to have a sense of what happened, in case you missed it, what happened on the floor of the House when the lawmakers wrote to the leadership of the House of Representatives. The Speaker actually read their letter, and this is what transpired. Take a listen.
7 colleagues of ours that read thus. We, the undersigned members of the House of Representatives, elected under the platform of the People's Democratic Party, wish to inform you that we have joined the All Progressives Congress. This action is as a result of the division faction in the political party that sponsored our election into the House of Representatives.
And Ahmad has affirmed that there is one indivisible PDP. So this members, Mr. Speaker, has recommended in section 68(1) should vacate their seats because they breached section 61H and 61T.
We have seen impunity have its way in this country. Regrettably, we decided to go to court, and we secured a court order restraining the presiding officer from declaring our positions. So we have dotted all the I's and crossed the T's. We're on the other side.
That was some of the issues that transpired on the floor of the House on the day Honorable Tambuwal read out the letter of the lawmakers who defected. Well, let me ask you, let me say first that some of the implications is what we're looking at on the program tonight, and the major one that is on the lips of so many people is the legal implication. If these lawmakers move, is it not a threat to them losing their seats? Well, let me ask you, Honorable Ali Ahmad, legally, you people should be losing your seats, isn't it, when you're moving?
Well, that is another misconception that has been forwarded by some quarters. Section 68(1)G is the provision about cross-carpeting. And we have a jurisprudence on cross-carpeting. I think I should spend another minute or two explaining this. Section 68(1)G is the constitutional provision on cross-carpeting from a party to another party. And we have a jurisprudence as stated in the case of Goni and Fedeco. Section 68(1)G provides that a member that changes his party, that cross-carpets, will lose his seat. Very clear. But it says he will not in 2 circumstances. Number 1, where there is a division or faction in his party and he cross-carpets, he will save his seat. The second situation is that where there is a merger between his party and another party, he will save his seat. But these interpreters, those who are fueling this propaganda, choose what they want Nigerians to believe, and they punctuate the sections of the Constitution. So they've put full stop at that point where the Constitution says any legislator that defects will lose his seat. They didn't go ahead and say except provided if that cross-carpeting is as a result of a crisis in his party. And just a moment. And where these people go as far as that, they put a full stop on that. Unfortunately for them, the sentence goes on,